Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are covering relationships and how to attract your ideal relationship after going through your spiritual awakening. This is also useful for people that are just beginning their spiritual awakening. Usually it coincides with the ending of a relationship, usually quite a toxic one. I know I had it back in the day. I was preparing to marry this guy who was so wrong for me. It was just a massive one to come out of and a big shock, but really liberating and extremely freeing. So if you're coming out of a relationship or a situation like that, all of my love is with you. I feel you. Please reach out to me or to other people. Reach out to people who will hold you through that. There's so many beautiful books that you can read and podcasts you can listen to, but today I want to go through some of the tools that have been really useful for me when I've been attracting partners, and especially after each relationship. We naturally tend to grow a lot. You might find that you're attracting new types of people every single time. It's almost like we level up. For me, it's definitely happening at the moment. I'm transitioning quite a bit with so many things in my life. I did just record another YouTube video about that, so feel free to go and check it out. I'll link it above and in my description below. When it comes to calling in someone new, you really need to start with yourself. And I know you've probably heard it a million times, but maybe these are some actionable steps that will help you get from where you are now to calling in that ideal partner. Journal this stuff today, and also just as things come up each day, you'll get clearer and clearer on what it is that you want. So it's really good to have a journal always handy. It's almost like a spell, okay? Everything we write down, especially if it's just filled with so much clear intention and you're embodied through the process, you're clear on why you're writing it and what it is that you're calling in and the feeling behind it. So powerful. Pause and go and get your journal and we can start writing some stuff down. So first of all, what is it that you want? Do you want just a lover? Do you want a friend that you cuddle sometimes? Do you want a partner? Do you want multiple partners? Do you want to explore polyamory? Like, what exactly is it that you're calling in? And then who is that kind of person? What do they do? What do they look like? Yes, but more so, what do they feed their body? What do they feed their mind? What do they feed their spirit? What are you interested in now, and what do you want to grow more in and practice? Because that will also help determine the kind of person you call in. For example, if you're really wanting to work on communication, then you can call in someone who is really all about that and loves self-development, is really great with their words and also wanting to practice and to help guide you. If you're wanting to go more plant-based, you can always call in someone who is already plant-based and explore that journey together, or who is wanting to go plant-based. Put the intention out there that the people that come into your field are safe and sane and beautiful and have clear, beautiful intentions and will look after you and respect you. Above all else in this process, you need to practice loving yourself first. So whether that looks like having more time for yourself, having more time to journal, taking yourself out on a date with a book. When I was going through my initial awakening process, I used to sit in front of the mirror and put on some sacred music and turn my phone on airplane mode or silent and just sit with myself and look at myself, look into myself in the mirror in my safe container, which is my room. Have everything placed specifically around me. So if I wanted candles, if I wanted to smell certain things that help me become more embodied. I'm a Taurus, so I definitely love feeling things, like I love sensations and I love smelling things and tasting things. That is all so important for me to stay embodied and in my truth. Sit in front of a mirror and maybe write out some affirmations, or if there's a mantra that you really love, and just talk to yourself. I used to sit in front of the mirror and say things like, I love you, thank you for being you, thank you for continuing to show up, thank you for being there with me through this journey. I love how much we're growing. I love the beauty that we're calling into our life. Thank you. I love you. If there's some things that you need to apologize for yourself for, maybe you haven't been the best to yourself, maybe you haven't looked after yourself the way that you want someone to look after you, but the way that you obviously deserve, because it needs to start with you. You need to look after yourself first. You need to fill up your own cup first. You need to communicate with yourself and cultivate self-love, and then you can get clear on what kind of person you want to call into your life. Who is that partner? Who is that lover? Who is that friend? Are they creative? Are they really intelligent? Do they practice Tantra? Really get clear on that vision, and then we let it go. Really sit with that intention that you are calling in all of this, but you surrender to the process. You let it go to the universe. You hand it over and say, okay, universe, you know exactly what I want. Give it to me in as many ways that I will openly, graciously receive it. Remember that it is a journey. So that person might not come straight into your life, but maybe there's a friend who you meet, or someone that you meet out when you're rock climbing, or in a yoga class, or on a hike with, or in the park. And maybe that conversation opens you up to something else, which then allows you to be in this sphere for that ideal partner to come in. So many things have to come together for you to meet that one person that you're going to spend the next chapter of your life with. And that might be the rest of this physical life, and it might be lifetimes, it might be a day, it might be an hour, it might be a few months. Whatever it is will be perfect for you. It will be exactly what you need, as long as you stay in that higher mind kind of state, and you keep your vibrations high, and you look after yourself, and you stay embodied and aligned, and you don't let any shit into your sphere that does not belong there. The universe is quite a funny thing. So as soon as you get clear on something, there are sometimes reminders that come in the form of tests. For example, if you're calling in a partner, there might be some people that come through before that person to remind you of your worth, and sometimes that is through not giving you what you deserve, so that you have to stand in your ground and in your power and remind yourself what your power is, what your worth is, and say goodbye to that person, get them out of your life. Then the person who's waiting to come into your life, who is your ideal vision, can come through. You have to be so clear and so determined, and you're just not going to accept anything less than what you know that you deserve. When it comes to finding this person in the physical realm, especially with lockdowns and stuff, honestly, dating apps are amazing, and so is social media, and you can just DM people, not in like a creepy way, but just get to know them. Get to know some people who you've been curious about for a while. And if you're on dating apps, then it gives you a really beautiful way to screen people before you commit to like a physical date with them, before you commit to giving your energy to someone. You can screen them because you know what you want, and if people don't meet that, then it's like, okay, you're not for me, I wish you all the best, but you're not for me, and I'm going to continue to move forward with my path. Also, take your time, okay? There is no rush, and time is not linear the way that we think it is. It may feel like things are going so slowly, but everything happens for a reason, and people come into your life at the perfect time. And usually it's when you are so surrendered to life and so happy just being you, but also open. It's okay to have it in your mind and to be putting things out to the universe, to be making conversation, to be making eye contact with cute strangers at a cafe. It's okay to ask for people's number with no expectation. It's okay to go on a dating app and to go on a few dates or just talk to a few people. It may take years, it may take months, it may take a day or an hour, or maybe as you're watching this, someone messages you. You literally never know. Like, this stuff happens in its own time, and you cannot rush the process. So just be you, be the beautiful full version of yourself, and keep working on you, and just know that they are coming. That person, when you meet them, they have probably been looking for you the same way that you've been looking for them. They have been calling you in the way that you're calling them in. So much has to align for you two to even meet in the first place. There are so many people in this world, so many different lifetimes to be had, and for you to meet that one person who you are going to grow with and create a divine union with, live a juicy existence with for a certain amount of time, so much has to happen for that to take place. So just trust in the process, journal the heck out of it, focus on loving yourself, giving yourself what you want them to give you. If you're looking for a person that can provide security for you, how can you be more secure within yourself? If you're a feminine energy and you're looking for a masculine energy, how can you work on your divine masculine? I will link my 2 courses below. I have a course on the masculine and feminine, and I have a course on self-love, and definitely recommend you do both of those because they are so powerful and will provide you with so much good knowledge that I can't just spit out here. It's a really beautiful way to work through it, and beautiful way to have access to stuff that you can come back to in your own time and write notes about and all of that stuff. So I will link them below. Make sure you check them out. They're pretty freaking cheap at the moment. I will be rebranding and probably transitioning them into something else over this year, so I'm not sure how long they'll be available to purchase, but once you purchase them you will have them for life. So again, link down below, and let me know if you have any questions. Last but not least, practical tools you can have to take with you on this delicious journey. Eye contact is one. Again, that mirror exercise with yourself is a beautiful way of making eye contact with yourself and talking to yourself and sitting with your emotions. Expressing emotions is another beautiful one. Being able to cry and just express in a safe place, being able to express your anger through pillow punching, or reconnect with your eros, your sensual energy, through sensual dance at home, or going to an ecstatic dance if that is available near you, or even an online one. You can also do a self-love photo shoot. Acknowledge who you are and the beautiful vessel that you've been blessed with. Get to know yourself and get to love yourself first so that you can attract that energy from that person that you want to call in. When it comes to going on first dates, or even before you go on your first date, or if you've gone on a few dates and you're ready to take that next step, communication is everything, okay? Really beautiful one for any step of the process is to speak your desires, your intentions, your expectations for maybe that night, that dinner. If you're ready to physically connect, that's a really, really powerful time to do this exercise. If you're getting into a relationship, what are your desires, intentions, and expectations from that relationship, from that person, from yourself? They can also help keep you accountable. That can be one of your desires, for them to help keep you accountable for continuing your journey with self-love and continuing your journey with your masculine and your feminine energies. Knowing your boundaries as well is so big, whether it is physical boundaries when you're getting to sensual exploration with someone. If you're getting into a relationship, do you want to be able to also see other people? Do you want to be able to cuddle other people but not have a sexual expression with them? Do you have exes in your life that you're really close to and find beautiful friends that you want them to know about? Be open about as much as possible, and don't be afraid to just express yourself. Make sure, of course, that you are both safe. Everything is done with consent, whether that is physical or having a conversation. You want to make sure that they consent to the conversation so that you can have their full presence, that they are available to talk and to listen. If they need space to think about stuff, know that that's okay, and it's also okay for you to take time to think about certain things anytime during the process. Being in a relationship or calling one in is such a journey, and it's really a journey into yourself, which is also why I love relationships so much, whether that is a friendship or a love. They're just direct reflections of you. To have someone that you can explore that with while being in a safe container is so, so beautiful, and I love it so much. Enjoy the journey. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out. If you have any suggestions for videos or things you want me to clarify more, please leave a comment below. I also have my TikTok and Instagram and I'm very, very active on there. I wish you all the best for this beautiful journey that you're on.